Hey, what's going on, guys? It's a little bit of everything here today. So my camera's about to die. Hopefully it doesn't die during this video. If it does, I'll just pick off where I left off. So, today I wanted to talk about why are prisoners so jacked? How do they get so big without the nutritional value that you don't get while you're in prison? Because obviously, on commissary they serve you ramen noodles, sweet cakes, a bunch of coffee, caffeine. They just give you all the stuff that you don't need to have. But the thing is, what they do is, whenever they're feeding you like Airmark food, right? Everything's soy. Everything. Soy patties, soy meatballs. Shoot, even the juice is probably soy. Everything is soy. And so for me, how I lost so much weight, obviously, it was a mixture of drug use, of course. Whenever I was out on the streets using, I'm not using no more. Let me clarify that right now. I haven't used in over 2.5 years. But let me just say that whenever I was using, I lost, I don't know, 50, 60 pounds. I was skin and bones pretty much. I was looking real rough, right? I might put a picture up if I can find one. I'll put it up in the video right at this very moment. So it's going to be rough to look at. But you know what? It is a testimony that I have, a testimony I can share with others. But whenever I got the jail initially, whenever I first got the jail, I was working out all the time. You know, but I was still eating honey buns. I was eating multiple trays. You know, you give someone a honey bun, they give you your whole tray, right? And then after I went to prison, well, in jail actually, I learned what Navy SEALs were. No idea what they were. A very, very, very strenuous exercise that will help you lose weight like that. If you're able to do a Navy SEAL and you can do 100 a day for, I don't know, a month, you will see results, guaranteed. That's as long as you're like eating, you know, healthy things, and I'll get to that whenever I, because there are some healthy things on commissary, but not everything is healthy. But for me, I learned about Navy SEALs. I learned about ladder drills. Ladder drills were a mess. It is a row of like 10. It goes like 10 workouts you do, and then you do 9, and then 8, and then 7 at the end. But you do all 10 of them, and then you go to all 9 of them, and it just goes, and it's a ladder like you're climbing down a ladder, right? And it was just an absolute disaster. Like, I'm talking 5 seals were in it. There were 50 crunches. There were 50 push-ups. There were 100 jumping jacks. There were scissor kicks, like 100 scissor kicks. There were so many things in there that you normally you wouldn't see other people doing out here, man. But, you know, another reason is why people get so big is that their diet in there is, like, for me, I lost so much weight, obviously, because I was using drugs, right? Using drugs, got into prison, or got into jail, started eating like a monster, like an absolute monster. And then after I was done eating like crazy amounts of food, and I was just indulging in so much food that whenever I got to prison, I was so used to eating so much. Well, you know what, here's the thing. I went 3 weeks without commissary. 3 weeks. I didn't go to a store. I didn't do anything like that. I waited 3 weeks to get commissary. And they feed you 3 meals a day, but let me tell you, they feed you a piece of bread, they feed you some cereal with some like really sweet protein milk. It's very good, very healthy for you, honestly. And then they gave me like piece of toast, or most likely it's just choke bread. It's what we called it choke bread, because whenever you put it in your mouth, man, you're gonna choke on the bread because it's so dry and it's just nasty. And that is what I was eating. I was eating that. I was eating 3 meals a day, and sometimes I wouldn't even wake up for breakfast because I'd just be so tired, you know, after working out, because I was working out a lot in the beginning of my bit, and the beginning of my prison bit. I was in jail for about 9.5 months, and I did my 1.5 years or so. I did in Westville, Indiana, correctional facility. So, but like I said, 3 meals a day. I was eating barely any food, you know. And sometimes I wouldn't even wake up for a meal, which was honestly probably not healthy. Obviously, you're going to lose weight because you are starving yourself for 1 meal. Hey, what's going on, guys? A little bit of everything here. Back, camera died. So what I was saying is that the food that they feed you is Airmark, and it's all soy. It's no good, you know. It's nasty. They don't feed you real meat. You know, they had union orders where I was at, where you could get like beef jerky, you can get Cheetos, a bunch of nasty snacks and stuff that isn't healthy for you, right? So, what I did, how I lost weight, and why I believe that so many guys in there stay swole or get jacked, more or less. One, you don't eat, right? You skip a meal a day, you don't eat, you're going to lose weight, obviously, because you're not putting any nutritional value into your body. You know, you're not getting anything. You're not getting the protein milk that they give you. You're not getting the, bread, the choke bread. You're not getting the soy, right? So for me, so I didn't eat. That was one thing. I didn't eat, and I also worked out 3 times a day while I was in prison. I don't know why I worked out so much. It's probably too much, honestly. I feel like 1 time a day, maybe 2 times, maybe you do like weight training, one day and then no weight training the next, or weight training one day and then a little bit of cardio, or vice versa. That's what I'm doing right now, is weight training and then I'll do some cardio, or I'll just do weight training one day and then cardio the next, something like that. So, but yeah, 3 times a day I worked out. I had an ab workout right before bed, and this ab workout lasted about 30 minutes. So, and then I also went to the gym for from, what was it, like 12, sometimes 11, I don't know, time is random, but for like an hour a day I went to the gym. And then right before lunch, or right before dinner, right before last chow time, I went, did, I don't know, 100 Navy SEALs. And while I was doing all this, man, I was also reading my Bible. I was, I was in a rehab program called RWI, Rehab While Incarcerated. And those are just some of the reasons why I believe that, people do stay swole. The whole working out 3 times a day. Bro, if you're working out 3 times a day for 3 months and you're eating nothing, like you're missing a meal and everything like that, and you're just stocking up on the soy, you're obviously going to start growing. No doubt in my mind will you start growing. Now, there are dudes in there that are swole, but they don't have abs, right? Those dudes are eating like honey buns, or eating noodles. Noodles make you swell up, right? So, and they got a bunch of salt in them, so you're definitely going to be sweating a lot. You're going to be feeling it, I'll tell you that. I remember eating noodles for long times, bro. I mean, bowls like this big, this deep down, ramen noodles last you all night. And then that's like 1,800 milligrams of salt in the packet of noodles. And then you got 500 milligrams salt in the beef sticks. You got pickles, you got cheese, and you mix that all together, and it's really good, don't get me wrong, but it is unhealthy as heck. So another reason why people stay swole is obviously, first reason is starving yourself, right? Second reason, eating, or not eating, sorry, working out, even one day, one time a day. But me, like I said, I was doing 3 times a day. But a lot of dudes in there, they were doing at least 2 to 3 times a day. And another reason is, like, if you're looking to get affiliated or something like that, you'll have dudes that will be your prospects, probates, squires, whatever you're into, whatever gang life you're trying to join or whatever. They will push you to the brink of, like, giving up. I'm not kidding, dude. I've seen people go in there 280 and leave like 180, lost 100 pounds just because their leader, per se, just, kept saying, work out, man, do this, do that, you gotta listen to me, do this, do that. I was never on that bandwagon. That just ain't for me. But the last reason is, when people say swole, you can buy peanut butter on commissary, right? You can buy oatmeal, peanut butter, and peanuts. So I went 2 to 3 months without eating anything but peanut butter, peanuts, and oatmeal. I was starving, dude. I wasn't even eating chow. So all the state food that you get, Airmark food, I wasn't even eating that. I was eating strictly commissary food, peanut butter, oatmeal, and peanuts. And occasionally I would have one of them bowls of noodles, right? So for like Thanksgiving, Christmas, something like that, a special day, whenever you're missing your family and stuff like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, you miss your family every day, but you miss your family more whenever, they're all having a good time and you're sitting behind bars with some dude who's on the phone with his wife screaming at her, put money on my books, something like that. And it just makes you cherish a lot of things in life. But, yeah, man, oatmeal, peanut butter, and peanuts for 3 months, and I slimmed up. I began to see my abs. I was looking in the mirror, I'd see my abs, but I'm not the same how I was whenever I first got out, because now, I eat normal food. I ain't gonna lie, I eat normal food. I'm not starving myself. There's no way I'll ever starve myself again. Don't get me wrong, but right there, man, is the reason why people stay swole in prison. Is they don't eat, they eat, like I said, they don't eat, they work out I don't know, between 1 and 3 times a day, maybe even more. I remember dudes work out for hours a day. And you know, whenever you're working out, the only time that your body actually heals the muscles and stuff like that is whenever you're sleeping, right? So, like I said, I was working out 3 times a day, which was so much working out. It just got so repetitive to the point where I was like, dude, I can't do 3 times a day no more, you know? I'm 23 years old and I can't do 3 times a day working out. Now, if you're out in the streets, though, you're not going to be doing 3 times a day. You're gonna maybe once a day, and then you're gonna have a 9 to 5 job or whatever you do in life. That's what you're gonna be doing, right? But yeah, that's the 3 reasons why people stay swole in prison, man. Food, you know, they don't eat, work out 2 to 3 times a day, and the commissary, man. Like I said, there's some healthy things on there. Peanut butter has saturated fat, so if you're trying to get a 6-pack, that's not gonna help. But if you're like feeling real hungry, take a spoonful of peanut butter, down it, you're good. You know, I mean, you're not good. You feel like you're starving, but I definitely can tell you that it does work, and that's why people stay so swole in prison, man, is that they just do those 3 things. And if you do that, if you ever do go to prison, I pray to God that you don't, because it's not fun. But if you do go, I pray that you don't go, obviously. But I just want you to know that if you're going to be doing those things, be working out, bro, you're going to come out jacked. Because I came out, like I said, I mean, I'm not the biggest guy, but I definitely came out pretty jacked, honestly. It's more skinny than what I am now, but you know, I'll pop a picture up there whenever my maybe before and after picture, something like that. But that's it, man. That's all I got for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just stay healthy, eat the right things, and don't go to prison. Peace out.